Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I appreciate you guys taking your time and tuning to my YouTube channel. So I'm back again with another video. So in today's video, we're gonna be looking at these two flagship smartphones. So what we're having here is the iPhone 12 Pro Max and then Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra 5G. So we're just gonna do like a comparison and see which one is which. So recently I got this one here. This is like I'm just going to call it a review unit because I'm just reviewing it and I'm going to take it back. And then this is my new daily driver. So I'm officially using this phone. So we're just going to do a review and compare the two and actually see which one is which one does better on which aspect of the phone. So let's jump right into it. So I just brought in the box here just to also highlight a few things that were kind of like concern for some of the new smartphone users, or maybe people who just recently got their new phone. So there's just issues around chargers and all those kind of things and stuff. So basically these are the two boxes. For the iPhone, you can see that it's way slimmer and shorter than the one for the Samsung. And then basically they actually coming with the same thing. The only difference is just basically how each one of them is packaged inside. So this just house the phone together with the charging cable, Apple stickers, as well as the paperwork. So same applies to this one. Your Type-C cable without a power brick or earphones, and then not even a cover this time. And then there's warranty information, and basically that's it that you get. You don't get anything else. So I just wanted to highlight that. Why, if you're going to get a new phone, please know that you're just going to find a cable inside. And now even if you're getting an iPhone, it's going to be Lightning to Type-C. If you're getting a Samsung, it's going to be Type-C to Type-C, which is okay. So if you are planning to get a brick, you have to make sure that you get the one that supports Type-C. So let's just put the box away and jump right into the phones themselves. So here are the two phones. So this one still has like a plastic protector, not really a screen protector. This because it's still fairly new. And then this one I've basically removed everything else that was attached to the phone. So this one, iPhone 12 Pro Max, it's in Pacific blue, and then this one it's in black. So I'm just gonna call it black. So basically looking at the form factor, you can already see which one is taller. So basically the Samsung is taller than the iPhone. If I can put them like this, and then you can basically see that the Samsung is taller than the iPhone. And then let's look at the form factor again on the side. So if we check in on their left hand side or on their right hand side, so on the iPhone you only find in the power button, which is actually housed in over here, and then on Samsung you actually find in all the buttons. So this the volume rocker, volume up, volume down, together with the power or an on and off button. So they're all housed on the right hand side of the phone. So if you come in this side on the Samsung, you don't basically find anything, but on iPhone you'll find in your SIM card, which before it used to be on this side, on the right hand side of the phone, but now they've moved into the left hand side of the phone. And then you'll find in the volume rocker as well as the silent or the mute button. And then the reason why they actually moved the SIM card slot to the left hand side is because there's supposed to be a 5G module here, which mine doesn't support 5G, is because I think some of the devices that came to South Africa, they don't support 5G. So mine doesn't have a 5G module. So you're basically gonna see it here to show that your phone supports 5G. Something to be careful of if you're gonna get one of these devices. So if it doesn't have that icon or a mark here that shows the 5G, it won't basically have it. So that's it. And then looking at the top, the Samsung does have two microphones. So basically the iPhone doesn't have anything. And then if we look at the bottom, so Samsung has a slot where you put in your SIM card. This doesn't have an expansion slot, so it's basically only a SIM slot. And then the iPhone you only find in a speaker grill together with the lightning connector. And then on the Samsung you'll find in the Type-C connector together with the speaker grill and of course the microphone. So now let's look at the display. So the iPhone supports what we call Super Retina display, OLED HDR10 with 800 nits display brightness, which can pick up to 1200 nits. So basically that's the brightness of the display, and it is a 6.7-inch display. Basically this is how we actually count the display size. So from here to here, it's basically 6.7 inches. And then looking at the Samsung, they said it's a dynamic AMOLED, which supports 120 Hz refresh rate, and it also supports HDR10 plus with 1500 nits at a peak, so which means it actually gets more brighter than the iPhone. And this also, it's a 6.8 inch, so 6.7, and then this is 6.8 inches. So the iPhone scales up to 1282 by 2778 pixels, whereas the Samsung picks up to 1440 by 3200 pixels, which means the Samsung has more greater resolution than the iPhone. So they both support Dolby Vision, of course, and then basically that's how the screen looks like. So okay, so and then looking at the internal specifications, so the iPhone has an 6 gig RAM and then 128 internal storage, whereas the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra has the 12 gig RAM and 256 gig storage. And then this is running Android 11, whereas this one is running iOS 14. I think at the moment it's iOS 14.4, which I think it's upgradable. I'm not sure, something like that. And then looking at the display, the iPhone, it's 6.7 inch, whereas the Samsung Galaxy, it's 6.8 inch. This supports up to 1500 nits in terms of brightness, whereas this one, it's 800, which can pick up to 1200, and then this supports HDR10 plus, whereas this one supports HDR10. They both of course supports Dolby Vision. This one has 120 hertz refresh rate, whereas this one I think is just 60 hertz refresh rate. So basically that's how it is in the terms of the display. But however, for me I still find not much of a difference. I think maybe when you're watching a video it's basically something else, but at the moment, by just looking at the phone, it's actually hard for you to actually determine and see which one has a better display. So the next thing is actually the cameras. So as you can see, Samsung seems to be jam-packed with a lot of camera lenses, whereas iPhone has just like 3 cameras and LiDAR sensor together with a flash. They both have flash, and they also have like a sensor as well. So the iPhone has 12 megapixel. That's the main camera, which is a wide lens, and then there's 12 megapixel ultra wide, and then another 12 megapixel, which is telephoto, and then it also supports a LiDAR sensor. The Samsung Galaxy has 108, and then it has 10, 10, and then 12. And then if we look at the front-facing camera, which is the selfie camera, it has 40 megapixel, which is actually good. So the Samsung is able to shoot in an 8K video, whereas the iPhone is able to shoot in a 4K video. So basically that's how the specification of the camera. So let's just take a few photos just to actually see how each one of these phones perform. So I just brought in my friends here so that I can use them to take photos. This is a normal photo. Of course it's in HDR, and then I can also take another one here, and normal photos. So when I look at the iPhone, it seems to be warmer. Let me take another one, and then let me bring this guy right here, and then let's do the same. So I'm gonna bring the two together. Let's see if there are any differences. Okay. And then what we need to do next is I also want us to test the audio. So let's go to YouTube. So the iPhone was actually on a Bluetooth, so let's start.